Hello Kamen Rider fans, and welcome back to Toku Topics. When was the last time I talked about Kamen Rider Gotchard? It was a while ago, because I didn't really care for the show. It ended, and I was like, yep, it ended. So of course when you have cards as a gimmick, I'm going to be very, very addicted, and I'm going to want all of them. I did not get all of them because I'm broke and don't have a real job. However, for when I was able to have some money, I spent it on a bunch of this nonsense. So today, with Gotchard over and Gabu starting, I wanted to kind of just show off my Chemy Card collection as of the end of Gotchard. I got 2 of these. I'm going to need a 3rd one for sure. I'm going to get an orange one to represent Hopper 1 or Daybreak or Majade, however you want to look at that. Because I got purple to represent Steamliner and I guess kind of Alvarad. And then I got the original teal one to represent Steam Hopper, you know, the regular version. So these ones are the TCS cards. And TCS were the ones that came with every single deluxe toy. So we have like the Hopper one that came with the Gotchard driver. And then the most recent one I have is the Your Cerebus one, or the Tor Cerebus one, which came with the Alchemist driver unit. So those are kind of just sitting off to the side until I get my 3rd binder. And then these ones are promotional cards. That were released with, you know, packs in movie theaters. That's where the Kinoja cards came from. Or there was, like, campaign bonuses, special things like Next Fies. The Chemy Card trading app had these as a lottery item for those 3. UFOX, you know, you've probably seen a lot of these as promos and packs and stuff over the last couple of months. And so I don't have all of them here. I'm still working on getting all of those, but those are also a whole little stack. This is a set of spare commons, extras that I've gotten of the Chemys. Most, not all of them, but a good, maybe half of them. These are the ones that I kind of are my sort of trash copies, I guess. Not that these are bad, but these are the ones that I don't mind just using in the driver to get the sounds. I don't care about the integrity of them. Because I had to get this plate because it came with 2 cards, and I was like, well, I might as well use the plate for its intended purpose. But I do have to give a shout out to my buddy Hedge on Twitter. They included this sticker with my purchase of some Chemy cards from them a couple of months ago. So Hedge, if you're watching this, shout out to you. You make great stuff. So let's move those cards out of the way. Ta-da! Is that a good angle? I hope so. So the first set that I put in here was Phase 0. Released in, I believe it was August of 2023, and this set was very easy to complete. It was just 3 pages worth of cards here. It was only 25 cards, and if you bought 1 booster box of them, you were guaranteed to get a full set of Phase 0. You would have some duplicates, but you would be at least guaranteed to get 1 of every card. Absolutely not how this happened for Phase 1. So Phase 1, which was released, I believe, in September of 2023, was the first one where we had, you know, the full-on card packs. I did an unboxing stream of this back in October, maybe, something like that. And as you can see, I'm still not done with it. I do not have... some of these, I will say, my buddy Chris Long, he's holding a couple extras for me from all of his multiple card unboxing streams, which were very entertaining through this past year. So some of the card gaps that are here, he's going to help fill, but others are not. At the end of this video, I'm going to be putting up card gap lists that I have, just by, if any chance you have one of the cards that I still need and are willing to trade or give me a good offer on it, I'm interested. So we can talk. So from Phase 1, I'm missing an Ant Trooper card right there. I don't remember every card that I'm missing as I go through here, but for Phase 1, I am pretty good on most of them. You know, it's been out the longest of terms of the ones you have to track down. I'm really kind of just after the parallels for this set, which I can say that about all of the phases. But even here, I'm not too far off. I'm just missing a Wizard parallel and a Kuga parallel to have the entirety of the parallels from... Oh, and I think a Build parallel goes there. So 3 parallels, 3 Legend parallels. And then we have Phase 2, which is kind of a similar boat, where I have a pretty good amount of Phase 2, I believe, if I remember correctly. So these have some of my favorite cards. I love the Insect and Machine cards, or Artifact cards. Here, yeah, I'm basically missing almost every parallel. I don't have any of the Legend Rider parallels from Phase 2, which was released, I think, in November. And then I have, I think, almost all of the regular, like, Chemy parallels that were not Legend parallels from Phase 2. Then we get to Phase EX, which was released to coincide with the Gotchard and Geats winter movie in December of 2023. This set, you were not guaranteed a full box, even though it was a smaller booster box for this set and a smaller set overall. So I'm also not missing too many cards from this set. I was able to get most of them. The only one I'm missing are the parallels for 01 and the parallel for Geats. Yeah, is that right? Yep. So parallels for 01 and Geats are the only things that I'm missing there. And then we get into the chocolate ones, the ones that were released, you know, with the wafers and stuff like that. I guess they're like a candy wafer. So wafer set 1 had all of these cards. I'm missing Cross Z. For whatever reason, he's really rare from this set. The secondaries were exclusive throughout the candy toy lines between Soto and the wafer candies. And I don't know why Cross Z is just so hard to find. From set 2 of the wafers, I believe I'm missing every single secondary rider. Yep. And then we have Phase 3 of the wafers, in which I have everything but whatever that is, and then the subsequent Dark Riders and secondaries that that set had. And then, these are the Soto cards. So, Soto set 1 of Gotchard had 8 cards that you could get exclusively there. So these are the 4, and they were always the same 4. These ones were not a random box. So these ones were the ones that came with the figures for Gotchard, Steam Hopper, and also Steam Hopper Wild. And then the ones that came with Geats 9 and Tycoon Bujin Sword, I don't have, because I don't have those figures. And then the final one I was able to include into this one was, these are the chocolate campaign ones, where you had to win these by, you know, kind of like a Willy Wonka golden ticket finding sort of thing. And then these were just some other miscellaneous ones. I know there was a Hopper one that came with like an acrylic stand that I don't have. That would be right there. And that's what I fit into the first binder. So binder 2 is pretty light because I, you know, am not done with these cards. So then we get into Phase 3, which I thought was a mess in terms of its distribution. I'm missing a lot of Phase 3. This is a set that Chris Lawn is helping me out with some of it. But even he isn't able to help me out with a lot of it, because this set just, I thought, had terrible distribution. I bought 2 boxes of Phase 3. It's the only set that I bought 2 boxes of, and this is where we're at. Like, it's still missing a lot of cards from the set. Please don't fall. I would love to finish this set, but I don't know why it had to be so difficult. And then there's a lot of Legend Rider ones that I'm missing. And then I think I am missing some of the Dark Riders from the set. And then I did get 2, that's right. I always forget that I got the 02 parallel. So I have some of the parallels from Phase 3. 4 of them to be exact. But yeah, we aren't doing too great when it comes to Phase 3. Phase 4 is looking pretty good. If you haven't noticed, I didn't buy Phase 4. Chris Lawn is giving me all of his unique extras from Phase 4. And then I'm just going to track down the ones he doesn't give me because I don't care. The last booster box that I'm buying of these cards, since I've already paid for it, is the X2. For Phase 4, I'm just going to piecemeal it together. I might buy 1 Phase 4 pack, just so I can have the experience of opening a Phase 4 pack, and then keep the wrapper, because I keep at least one, like, you know, nice wrapper of them. These are the magazine promos, which were a lot harder to get throughout the year than I thought that they would be. So these are the ones that came with Telebi-kun, Telebi-mag, Yuchi-sen, or whatever that magazine's called. I got one of those. So the like suit picture one, that's where that Geats and Gotchard came from. So that's for where the rest of the magazine ones are going to go. And then Phase EX2 will go here. But that's where we're at with that. So clearly still have a lot to work through. But this was a fun gimmick line. I really did like the Chemy cards at the end of the day. They were fun to collect. Man, were they annoying though, because I felt like every other week, you know, Bandai was announcing 500 Chemy cards, and there's still so many more that are not even out yet that are up for pre-order, because the premium Bandai just barrage of pre-orders that happened at the end of the show, like we always get, between the Gotchard Daybreak driver and the Daybreak binder with the full Daybreak set, and Valvarad and Majade's power-up items, the El Dorado driver, all of them have cards that won't be out until like 2025. I am happy with what I have so far. I'm happy that Chris is going to be able to help me get some more of them filled in. I'll probably do a video, like a follow-up to this one, sort of a sequel once those ones come in. But that is going to do it for my Chemy card collection here. So please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to know your thoughts on the Chemy cards, on Gotchard, on how many you got. Do you have any that I need, and are you willing to help me out with them? Because that would be really great. And I just want your guys' thoughts on anything Kamen Rider Gotchard. Are you going to miss this show? Are you ready for it to be over? Are you ready for Gabu? Anything about it in the comments, I want to hear it. And until next time, I will see you all later. Before I wrap up this video, I want to go ahead and thank my $5 above Patreon members and channel members: Jurassic Samurai, Maggot Alchemist, Robert Browning, Static Thunder, Brendan Overland, Maji Yellow, MCPC Studios, James Darty, Matthew Thorne, Josh Landry, Pyramidus, Cross SCV, Caboose Ed, Socket Monsters, Daniel Pika, Jesus Prime, Louis Carnes, Carlos Alfredo, Gavin Greenlee, and Austin Jones. If you'd like to support Toku Topics, you can do so either here on YouTube as a channel member or on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, linked in the description below.